Cash time means Muskie basketball time. We're live at Muscatine High School. An undefeated Pleasant Valley rolls into Muscatine tonight, 13-0 on the season, 10-0 on the MAC. The Muskies 4-9 on the season, 4-6 in the MAC. These two teams met on November 30th at Pleasant Valley, and PV won that one 50-19. The Muskies are looking to rebound and play this one tough here at home tonight. Brian Musell and Joe Kroschauer, and we are going to take a 2-minute timeout and be back in the Affordable Metals pregame show, and Joel and I are going to break this one down for you. You're listening to Muskie Girls Basketball on KWPC 860 AM and 95.1 FM.
Bank is proud to sponsor the On the Money program at Muscatine High School. When the volleyball, swim, basketball, and baseball teams score big, they earn money for the Muskie Boosters. Since 1997, their hard work has earned over $55,000 in donations from First National Bank. We are also proud to sponsor the Muskie Football Red Zone. Can't make it to the game? Don't miss a minute of the excitement. Tune into AM 860 or FM 95.1 to hear the games broadcast live. Go Muskies. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bank and Trust is pleased to be a voice of Muscatine Sports Booster and proud to be the corporate sponsor of the Muskie Mania program. Since 1995, it has resulted in donations totaling over $100,000 from the bank to the school. The money is used to pay for special non-budgeted needs. Watch the total grow on the CBI's Facebook page. And go Muskies. Aim high, bank strong. CBI Bank and Trust. Equal Opportunity Lender, member FDIC.
Hello, this is Jimmy Greenhoff from Toyota Muscatine, and I would love the chance to earn your business.
We have a great selection of new and used cars. Now is the time.
If you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, please come down, give us a shot. We'll help you out in any way we can.
Hi, my name is TJ Deere. I'm the general manager here at Toyota Muscatine. Our information is free, so give us an opportunity to earn your business.
Is your most valuable asset. Protect it with a metal roof from Affordable Metal Manufacturing.
After a hailstorm, we had damage to our roof. We got a new steel roof from Affordable Metal. The service was excellent. The contractor put it on really fast, and my wife and I love that our new steel roof has added value to our home.
Call Affordable Metal Manufacturing in Muscatine at 563-264-8212 and ask about their standing seam roofing sale.
And I are sitting courtside in the Uptown Motors broadcast booth, and the Muskies have their hands full tonight. Undefeated 13-0, Pleasant Valley 10-0 on the MAC, and they're led by two terrific seniors, Joel. Carly Spellhog, 17 points a game, and Macy Beinborn at 13 points a game. But they've got a well-balanced attack. They share the basketball, and Coach Getz has done a fantastic job with this Pleasant Valley program.
Yeah, it's a team that they spread the wealth around, and 5 shooters averaging over 30% behind the arc. So they have a depth of arsenal to attack from long range. And their leading rebounder, Adrea Artorfer, is leading the team in rebounds. She's also shooting 42% from behind the arc, the 5'8" junior. So when you've got a player who's at offensive rebounds too, she has almost a third of those 94 total rebounds are on the offensive glass. So when you're getting that kind of second chance production and then have her be a sniper from outside, that's a unique skill set to have in a 5'8" player. And it just goes to show you the versatility of this team. Not really the tallest player, just 6 feet 1 inches in Riley Weiss, doesn't play as much. And having that opportunity to have just a bunch of guards on the floor essentially can put a lot of pressure on a team with how you have to not only defend but how you offend, because they have so much ability to defend the ball handlers because there's no one who's quicker than them. They always have a quickness advantage on defense.
218 total steals through 13 games, an alarming number. The Muskie girls have to take care of the basketball tonight. Alicia Garcia, the fine sophomore and UNI commit, leads the Muskies on the year with 11 points a game, and fellow sophomore Zoe Long, 9.5 a game. The key tonight for the Muskies, taking care of the basketball, getting into good half-court sets. The Muskies only averaging 36 points a game, and that's going to be a key to take care of the ball so they get an opportunity, because to win this game, they've got to get 50 plus. So they really have to do a good job, pick their spots to run, and try to get out. Not going to be an easy task, but they know what they need to do.
Yeah, you almost have to see if you can slow it down, but I've seen this a lot. When you play a team like PV, you honestly can't slow it down because that just lends into their trap game, and they're just a hard team to go slow against. So you have to do your best to go fast, protect the basketball, and hit your open looks when you have the chance to do that because they're such a good rebounding team. You may not have that chance to get a lot of second chance opportunities. Field goal percentage, really important tonight for the Muskies.
There you have it, folks. We're taking a 2-minute timeout, and we'll be back with a great clip starting lineups. You're listening to Muskie Girls Basketball on KWPC 860 AM and 95.1 FM.
Need something fast? Come to Westside Store and grab a hot, fresh Godfather's Pizza. They're made with the freshest ingredients, 100% real meats, cheeses, and fresh vegetables. The Muskies and Godfather's Pizza, a winning combination. Call 263-7214 now to order yours tonight or stop by the Westside Store on the corner of Cedar and Hauser.
Hi, this is Brian Musell, voice of the Muscatine Muskies. Before each broadcast, I get a hot, fresh Godfather's Pizza from Westside Store, proud supporter of Muscatine Muskie Athletics.
Hair gets too long, I lose my edge. But when my cut's right, I'm right. I'm back to being me. My dimples activate. My cleft chin becomes cleftier. I get a twinkle on my tooth, and I speak fluent French. Garbage, chaise lounge, mayonnaise. Au revoir!
Get in, get out, back to greatness. Download the online check-in app. Great clips. It's gonna be great.
Classes start soon. Learn more at eicc.edu.
From a clogged toilet to a complete sewer line replacement, Rivo is a modern plumbing company designed to respond quickly to all shapes and sizes of plumbing needs. Bringing in our heavy equipment to replace cracked gas lines or designing clever piping systems for new construction plumbing. A family-owned company that's reliably honest and remarkably affordable. Right here in Muscatine, all day long, every day of the week. Rivo Incorporated, skill, knowledge, and tools to solve the messiest problems.
Time to jump around. Almost time for the opening jump tip. Thanks, Brian Linderman, for rocking us in and out of breaks here. We're going to give you the starting lineups tonight. Sponsored by Great Clips. First for Pleasant Valley and head coach Jennifer Getz. And one forward, at 5'8", Andrea Arthofer. In the backcourt, Carly Spellhog, a 5'9" senior. She'll be joined by Mallory Lefevre, a 5'5". I don't have their grades here. Sorry about that. Mallory Lefevre at 5'5". Macy Beinborn, a 5'10" guard, and Anna Griffin, a 5'10" forward. And their head coach is Jennifer Getz, assisted by Amy Labarge and Samantha Urban and Marcy Hill. Tonight for the Muskies in the backcourt, Zoe Long, a 5'5" sophomore. Macy Rogers, a 5'9" senior. Emily Wepking, 5'6" junior. Kayla Schultz, a 6'1" senior. And Alicia Garcia, a 6-foot sophomore. So the Muskies start 2 sophomores, a junior, and 2 seniors. The head coach is Susan Orvis, and the assistant Scott Morrell.
Yeah, it looks like Muscatine's going to be without senior guard Kendra Eller, who's in street clothes tonight. I'm not exactly sure what the injury is that's causing Kendra. That's a big loss for the Muskies, as she's a reliable ball handler and a reliable defender as well. So not what you want to do. You don't want to have any bullets outside of the holster when you play a team like Pleasant Valley.
Joel, you're firing already. You must have watched a war movie. You had sniper in pregame. I'm impressed.
Sorry.
I love the sniper and the three-point reference. Very good, very good. And Joel wasn't here Tuesday. I want to thank our good friend Chuck Van Heck for filling in as always, as he loves doing it, and I think everybody enjoys listening when Chuck Van Heck.
I'm surprised I still have a job.
Well, he's filled in for me too, and I've always wondered if I'd be back. I think it's pretty much Chuck's call, don't you? If Chuck calls, Chuck can call the right people, and we might both be out of a job.
That's true. I guess when you he'll never ever do anything like that because that's just not Chuck.
No, it's not Chuck, but I'm just saying he's got that kind of clout.
Yeah, he's got a building named after him.
Yeah, I mean a building for Pete's sake.
Which, if you haven't been by that facility, folks, please drive by it. They've got all the new weight room equipment in there as we're getting into the starting lineups coming to the floor. But I haven't had a chance to really drive by it with all the lights on since they had all that new weight room equipment in there and parked over there by it. It's just a first-rate facility and just another way to reward the first-rate educators and coaches and the student athletes that we have here at Muscatine.
There's colleges that don't have facilities like that.
No, I think Morningside, where I went to school, it was 2 years that I was at school there before they redid the weight room and rebuilt it. So it's a fun time of year. The wrestlers having a great season. I got to watch the tail end of the boys swimming practice as we were waiting for my son's swim team practice to start tonight. And there's just all sorts of things going on. Model UN, Big Show Choir Invitational tomorrow here in Muscatine. And just a good time to be a Muskie.
Get your snow shovels out, folks, because it's coming.
Oh, Fearcast from Brian Musell. Brought to you by,
folks, your national anthem. Great rendition of our national anthem. And we're ready for some basketball. PV and the Road Blues, white numbers and gray trim. The Muskies and the home whites, purple numbers and purple and Vegas gold trim. The great Roger Bates recapping the several public announcements, as Roger always does.
And so when you look at a game like this, the matchup obviously, PV, kind of we see it with assumption on the boys' side, an homogenous approach. Everyone's the same height. Everyone can kind of do multiple interchangeable positions. For Muscatine, much bigger on the front line, much bigger down low. Slow it down a little bit and get it into your post players. Let them start to create that mismatch and use that to their advantage.
Rogers down the floor as the Muskies get the tip. And we're underway here, Muscatine High School. Homogeneous, Joel, when you say that, I think of milk.
Yeah.
But, you know.
That's more pasteurized. That's like pasteurized.
Well, okay. I'm just, You're off and rolling. You can tell you haven't done a game in a couple of weeks.
I got all these new food terms in my brain, too.
Outside, Vineburn. There's a corner pass and a shot, no good. Rebound, Vineburn underneath.
Steal.
Stolen by Rogers. And the Muskies have it. The Muskies open it a 2-3. Macy now pushes tempo. We played 40 seconds, no score. Long out front. PV always effective with that extended 2-3 zone, and they look to trap every chance they can. Rogers back to Long and back to Macy Rogers on the right wing.
Macy looking a lot better. She doesn't have the brace on tonight.
Yes.
She's getting back to herself after tearing that ACL last
And we
season.
thought as the year went on she'd get stronger and stronger. She does look like she's moving better. There's Webking left wing, baseline pass to Schultz. Kayla bounces it back for Emily, and now they swing it around. Rogers on the right wing to Zoe Long. Muskie's being very patient. They feed it to Garcia at the elbow, now to Webking. Long back to Webking. She'll take a left wing three. Good, Emily Webking. 3-point basket sponsored by the good people at First National Bank of Muscatine. Now there's a pass in the corner. It's Artoffer out front. Cross-court pass for Feinborn. Now they kick it back out. And now it's Spellhog. Spellhog up front. Works off a screen. Spellhog steps into a three left wing. Short, no good. Rebound tapped. Saved by Garcia, but it's right to Lefevre. Lefevre drives into the paint. Now cross-court pass in the corner for Griffin. Good ball movement by Peavy. There's a three out of the corner for Feinborn. No good. Rebound on the floor, and Rogers gets it. Good rebound by Macy. Muskie's 3-zip. Webking left wing. Out front for Rogers. Back to Webking. Off her hands. Turnover, Muskies.
But so far, so good for what Muscatine's trying to do. Crisp on the first offensive possession. Good block, box out, getting a good defensive rebound on the missed shot for the Spartans.
Spellhog brings it up for PV. Right wing for Feinborn. She throws it in the post. Artoffer. Now Artoffer gets it back in the corner. Swings it out front now for Lefevre. Lefevre crossover on Webking. Kicks it over on the side for Griffin. Now it's down the lane to Spellhog, and she's fouled by Schultz, and she'll go to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, Kayla just a little short. Excuse me. Am I getting the right? Yeah, Kayla. I always want to call her sister's name. Kayla just a little bit slow. She just needs to anticipate that drive by Spellhog. Just a step slow, and she'll get there and can draw the charge the next time.
Free throws good by Spellhog. Is good a player she is, only 50% from the stripe, but
yeah,
she makes a first.
It's a real anomaly when you're studying the numbers going into a game, how a player who's so prolific can be, I mean, mediocre is really the word.
Both of those look good. 3-2 Muskies. 5:17 to play in the first. PV opens with a 1-2-1-1 full court press now. Long has it for the Muskies. They run the double at her. They're going to pressure every chance they get. Now they get it to Garcia, and the Muskies break pressure. Now there's Long in the middle of the floor. Zoe bounces it to Schultz. Baseline shot. Good. Nice. 5-2 Muskies by 3.
Break that press.
Spellhog bounces it over half court. Right wing now for Feinborn. And she bounces to Griffin in the corner. Griffin puts it on the deck. She swings it over. Now it's a corner for Feinborn for 3. No good. Ball tapped around on the floor. Picked up by Lefevre. Right wing for Spellhog. Spellhog cross court now for Artoffer. Griffin, good ball move. PV really moves the ball. Feinborn steps into a 16-footer. No good. PV cold early. But a good rebound, good hustle by Griffin. And now it's back out Feinborn for another 3, and she gets this one. And we're tied at 5 with 4:10 to play in the first.
It's just a team you can't give that many opportunities on the offensive end.
Because you know what's coming, Joel, is this pressure. And the Muskies beat it last time. Let's see if they can beat it this time. There's Rogers. She breaks pressure in the front court for Garcia. Garcia picks it up left wing, and now it's Zoe Long. Long out front, PV extending their pressure. Over to Rogers. Rogers now bounces it for Webking. Back to Macy, and there's a steal by Spellhog, and that's what they do well. Spellhog down the lane, shot up, no, rebound, out of bounds. It'll be Muskie basketball.
Really nice defense there from Emily Webking to not foul but alter the shot. Good hustle back, and gives Muscatine the opportunity to get the ball back.
Eli Johnson checks into the lineup, 5'8" junior for PV.
Riley Moss coming in too for some.
And Riley Moss
And it looks like the official roster that they turned in does not have a 32 on it. So their official roster does not have a 32 on it. So they're discussing what to do. Our roster has a 32, but if there's an error on that document that they turned in.
Oh, that's you. Sorry.
Bring your book.
As there's a discussion here, Joel, checking the numbers, making sure they're right in the official scorebook and the PV scorebook.
So they're checking right now. And that's one of the best parts about being here. You know, Mike Morgan getting us this access to the press box, to the press row here. We can be a part of these discussions.
Thanks, Sam.
And
So,
Judd Anderson, best in the business down there.
And so what they have confirmed is that there was a human error in the transmission from the PV official book to the scorer's table, and they were able to reconcile it and get it all. So Eli Perez Johnson is in the book.
And now we got an explanation. Coach Getz asked for it and got it, and everything's okay.
Yeah.
Muskie's inbounds, 1-2-1-1. They trap immediately, and it's slapped out of bounds. Muskie ball.
You hear the energy coming from the PV bench. They view a tipped pass in that press almost like if it were a dunk on a fast break. Like that is the hallmark of their program.
Moss dribbles through pressure, and she's triple teamed, and there's a steal by Spellhog. PV they invite you to that trap and do a good job there. There's a pass to Beinborn. She puts it on the deck. She takes a three out of the corner, misses, no good. Rebound, Schultz high in the air. Actually, Garcia, 5-5, 3:10 to play in the first. Muskie's hanging tough. Garcia corner three from Long, good. Zoe Long.
Big bucket there for Long.
8-5 Muskies. Spellhog in the front court, guarded by Moss. She swings it to Lefevre. Lefevre out front. Muskie sagging at 2-3 a little bit. Spellhog on the right wing. There's a corner for Johnson. Now it's back to Spellhog. Spellhog cross to Beinborn. And now Johnson feeds the post. Beinborn inside. Nice pass inside to Artoffer. Lays it up and in. 8-7 Muskies.
Yeah, good cut, good pass.
Long.
There you go.
Pushes it ahead for Garcia, and the Muskies get into the half court. But there's the trap, and there's a ball on the floor, and there's going to be a jump ball, and this will go to PV. Possession arrow sponsored by Kirk Butcher Plumbing, and that's a turnover in effect.
And from the perspective of where I was sitting, I feel like a reach-in foul could have been called on 2 occasions on that situation. And if that's the way they're going to call it, that's fine.
Right.
But it just can't change. Like Muscatine needs to be able to be as aggressive on their defensive side as well.
Johnson swings it. There's a three by Artoffer. Top rattles, no good. And a rebound by Schultz. But Joel, it's obvious from the scoreboard, 6 minutes in with 1 foul, they're going to let him play a little bit. So I agree with you. You know, many nights those are fouls. There's Long, gets it to Garcia. Garcia swings it back to Long. Over to Riley Moss, back to Zoe, deep three. Good, Zoe Long.
She's feeling it.
11-7, the Muskies by 4, their biggest lead. Spellhog in the front court. Right side for Denny, who's checked into the game. Now they swing it over to Artoffer, left wing. 1:20 to play in the first. The Muskies lead PV 11-7. Scranton has checked in. Now they get it to Denny. She feeds a post to Artoffer. Back to Denny. She'll take a three. Long, no good. Johnson with a rebound inside. Shot rejected by Garcia. And cleared by Rogers. Here come the Muskies. Macy Rogers in the front court. Bounces it. There's a kick ball by Spellhog. Muskie ball on the side. Now Emily Webking will check back into the lineup. And now Riley Weiss checks in for PV. Several players check in. Mallory Lefevre checks in.
It's almost a line change there for the Spartans.
Play a lot of kids.
Well, you have to when you run at the pace that they do.
Rogers out front for the Muskies. Clock under a minute at 54. There's a steal by Lefevre. Down the floor, passes it ahead, shot on the way, rattles no good by Hillman. This one, and there's a foul underneath. Actually, 3 seconds in the lane. 44 seconds left in the first, 11-7 Muskies. Lefevre, Hillman, Johnson, Weiss, and Scranton on the floor for the Spartans. Only one starter. Muskies with Long, Webking, Rogers, Schultz, and Garcia, all 5 of their starters. They've played 6 players. There's a pass to Garcia. Schultz, baseline shot, Long, no good rebound, Johnson. And here come the Spartans. In the front court, Lefevre. Clock at 15. Both teams playing 2-3 zone. Lefevre now on the right wing for Hillman. Hillman bounces back to Lefevre. Clock at 6. They got a move here. Lefevre drives the lane, shot on the way, no good. Tap, rebound, Rogers. And we played one. It's the Muskies 11, Pleasant Valley 7. We're stepping away for 30 seconds. You're listening to Muskie Girls Basketball on KWPC 860 AM and 95.1 FM.
Uptown Motors reminds you it's time to winterize your vehicle, and Uptown Service is here to help. We'll inspect your vehicle's tires, belts, hoses, and more for the weather ahead and recommend any work to be done, including engine tune-ups. With winter driving comes an increased risk of collision. Uptown Motors has you covered with our new body shop. We make a stressful experience less painful with free estimates, loaner cars, and expert body repair backed by 50 years experience. We welcome insurance work and may be able to help with your deductible. Uptown Motors Service and Body Shop, Muscatine, just in time for winter and just in case.
LaRue, co-owner of Quality Transports, inviting you to see our 21-passenger bus or our 12-passenger limo. We can take your group to a ball game, the casino, shopping, wedding receptions, or out for a fun day on the town with family and friends. Schedule now. Weddings or family events, traveling together is more fun. Quality Transports has you covered, safely and on time. Reach us at 563-770-0156. Thank you.
Back at Muskie High School, and I could just see Joel Crosshauer doing that at a wedding reception.
No, not probably.
The electric slide.
Yeah.
1 quarter in the books, 11-7 Muskies. We start quarter 2. Folks, 1 quarter done at PV, and the Muskie boys lead the Spartans 16-12. How about that?
Yeah, good
There's
for them.
a ball on the floor and a steal by PV, and now we've got a foul, and I believe it's going to go on Emily Webking. And that'll be her first and the second on the Muskies.
Not how Coach Orvis drew up the beginning of the second quarter there.
Muskies with their 5 starters out. Now PV. Spellhog in the front court. PV with their 5 starters. Swings it for Lefevre. Lefevre out front. Bounces to the high post for Griffin. Griffin now kicks it back out to Lefevre. She dribbles to the right. Now into the paint, loses it. There's a turnover. Macy Rogers been very effective on defense, and here come the Muskies. Garcia picks her dribble up, back to Webking. Try to feed it to Garcia at the high post, and they do. Back to Emily. She takes a 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Griffin. And here come the Spartans. Spellhog crosses half court. Right wing now for Feinborn. Now it's back to Spellhog. Harthofer on the right side. Corner for Spellhog. Spellhog now top of the key, picks it up, gets to Feinborn. Their 2 leading scorers have been held in check so far with 3 and 2. There's Griffin, there's Harthofer for 3. Actually, it's Lefevre, no. Rebound on the floor, they get their own rebound.
Yeah, Muscatine's got to do a better job of getting those defensive rebounds.
Lefevre bouncing to Harthofer, back to Lefevre. She gets in the paint. Now there's a wide open 3 for Feinborn. This one's good. 11-10 Muskies with 6:20 to play in the first
The count
half.
started, so you got to get this ball in.
Rogers in the corner. 1 dribble, and that's what you don't want to do, but she does get it to Garcia, cross court. Alicia down the lane. They strip it from behind. Stolen away Feinborn. Spellhog in the front court. Cross-court pass now. Lefevre for three, left wing. Long. Rebound inside off of Muskie's. Off Rogers. It'll be PV ball. Moss checks in with Maddie Peterson. And Schultz and Garcia get their first breaks. PV'd inbounds. There's Lefevre. She drives a lane. Runner on the way. No good. Rebound on the deck. And picked up by PV. Lefevre gets it. Right wing for Beinborn. Now it's corner for Griffin. Griffin puts it on the deck. Now to Beinborn. She'll take another three, and she's fouled by Rogers. She'll go to the line to shoot three.
That's just the sort of foul that's tough. Trying to do the right thing, just a little quick on the box out.
Beinborn 80% from the stripe on the season. She averages 13 points a game. First one is good. She has 7 to lead the Spartans. Zoe Long with 2 threes has 6 to lead the Muskies. Beinborn second, no good.
Muskie basketball brought to you by Community Bank and Trust.
Beinborn's and PV gets her first lead of the night. That one's good. 12-11 with 5:35 to play here in the second quarter. Muskies get it in. Zoe Long up ahead for Rogers. Macy breaks pressure. PV now traps in the corner. Rogers looking to get out of it, and they're going to call a foul this time, and it's going to go on Beinborn. Her first of the night on the Spartans.
Yeah, and that was a foul.
And Macy got the foul because she was strong with the basketball, and that's what you have to do there. There's Webking to Macy Rogers.
You can't fade away from this kind of pressure.
Webking top of the key. Bounces to Moss, now to Long. Now it's Rogers. She bounces it back to Webking. Now they bounce it to Moss at the elbow. Back out Muskies. There's Rogers for three, right wing short. Out of bounds, it'll be PV ball. Boy, I like the way Moss competes. Did you see her boxing out?
She
was clearing them out.
She's 3 inches shorter than the girl, and
she's not going to back down.
No. If you're a PV fan, you think that's a foul. I mean, you can see where.
Spellhog in the front court. PV with a 1-point lead. 4:45 to play in the first half. She picks her dribble up to Johnson. Johnson now feeds it to Artoffer. Now Johnson baseline 15-footer air ball. No good rebound. Webking.
Good job by Rogers to challenge that shot.
Moss to Long in the corner. Tries to feed Peterson. Slapped out of bounds. Muskie ball. Garcia checks in now for Maddie Peterson.
Maddie Peterson's another one of those long, skilled post players for Muscatine, just a sophomore.
Reagan Denny checks into the Spartan lineup. Zoe Long looking to inbounds for the Muskies to Garcia, high post. Now it's Riley Moss in the right wing. Back to Webking. I don't know if Felicia's gotten a shot yet, Joel. And as I say that, she goes hard to the rim and gets fouled. And I would like to see her do that more when she gets at the high post. Instead of looking to pass right away, put it on the deck if you can. And she's going to go to the line to shoot 2. 79% of the year.
Yeah, and you appreciate that she's not out there hunting and forcing a bunch of shots. But I think she just came off the bench. And I would imagine part of that conversation was, Alicia, go. It's just it's time. Try to take what you can get and go for it.
Garcia's first point of the night. Tied at 12. Second free throw by Alicia, no good, and a rebound. Artoffer, and here come the Spartans. Spellhog in the front court. Runner on the way, rattles, no good. Rebound Garcia, and here come the Muskies. Zoe Long ahead for Macy Rogers. She drives the lane, shot on the way, no. Ball slapped around and out of bounds. Off Macy, it'll be PV ball.
It was a good look, just couldn't finish.
Timeout Muscatine. 30-second timeout. 3:57 left in the first half, and we're tied at 12. We're going to leave it right here, Joel. Good start for the Muskies.
Yeah, really good start for Muscatine. Being a all knotted up again. They've almost matched the point total that they scored the first time these teams met. They only had 19 points in that first matchup, already at 12. And right now they're kind of forcing Pleasant Valley offensively to limit one or two shots per opportunity, a team that lives off of the offensive rebound and punishing people with second chance opportunities. Muscatine done an outstanding job of rebounding and also running clean offense when they get the ball over half court and getting good scoring opportunities of their own.
Muskies with some 2-on-2 pressure here. The key for the Muskies here, they're playing really well and really tough, but PV with a deeper bench.
Right.
We'll see how long the Muskie stamina can hang on. The Muskie boys trail 22-19 at the half, so they're playing well as Riley Moss fights through a screen at the top. Muskies have switched to a man defense. There's Spellhog to Artoffer. She swings it into Johnson. Out front, Artoffer now. She drives into the paint, lays it up. No good, misses a layup. Johnson with a rebound. And a jump ball. This should go to the Muskie. Actually, it goes.
Yeah, because that's the quarter Muscatine.
Yes, it did.
The possession arrow.
Kirk Butcher Plumbing possession arrow there, folks.
Yeah, Riley Moss, if you're going to screen her, you're going to earn it. There's no doubt about it.
There's Johnson in the right wing. She drives baseline, picks her dribble up. Cross court now for Beinborn. She swings it to Artoffer. Out front now for Spellhog. Spellhog. Good defense by Moss.
Quick feet.
Spellhog's quite the athlete for PV. In the corner, there's Denny. Denny drives lane, runner on the way, no good, gets her own rebound. Saves it now for Artoffer. They feed it cross court for Johnson. Back to Artoffer. Ball doesn't sit long for PV's players. There's Spellhog there. Rejected by Garcia.
Big block there for Garcia.
Great defensive set for the Muskies. Webking, corner for Long. Out front for Rogers. Now to Moss. Out front for Zoe Long, and they swing it to Webking. Now they feed it high post for Garcia, but it's stolen away by Spellhog.
Nice play by Johnson.
Corner for Beinborn. She drives baseline. Runner on the way, good. Nice drive.
Yeah, she's playing a heck of a game. 10 points already.
Macy Beinborn with 10 points. PV's biggest lead of the night now. Just 2 at 14-12.
Harper Cycling and Fitness bringing you Muskie Athletics.
Long out front. She gets it to Rogers. Macy drives into the paint. Now kicks it back to Long. Zoe deep, 3 right wing. Good! Zoe Long on fire. Another 3 sponsored by First National Bank of Muscatine. Come see me, Ryan Musell at First National Bank. How'd you like that, Joel?
That was well done. You got to sell yourself a little bit.
You got to let them know. Spellhog, 15-14 Muskies, a minute and a half to play in the first half. Johnson in the corner. There's a 3 by Spellhog. Good. And it's 17-15. We got a timeout, PV, with 1:25 left. First half. It's a 30-second timeout. Going to leave it right here. And Joel, blow for blow, the Muskies hanging in here. And they're really doing a nice job.
Yeah, and the boxing analogy is a great one because I think when you have a team like Muscatine who has the level of experience, the level of expertise on the coaching staff, and the athleticism that they really have, that's the kind of team that can be really dangerous for a team like a Pleasant Valley. Because if you play good defense like Riley Moss and company are doing on Spellhog, taking one of the conference's and state's leading scorers really out of the first half of this game, you know, and then you're able to come down and do a couple body blows. It's not just haymakers. It's not a bunch of threes. They've gotten some good, timely three-point shooting from Zoe Long, but they've been able to, you know, get inside, get good quality shots. Kayla Schultz in the short corner earlier. Alicia Garcia getting to the free throw line. That's what you need to do when you're playing a team that tries to, you know, hand check you to death with their press almost. And they're doing a really good job of matching blow for blow, as you said.
In the front court, the Muskies after the timeout. Webking feeds it to Peterson at the elbow. Back to Long. Zoe bounces it over as Macy Rogers getting a rest. Zoe Long out front now for the Muskies. Beinborn twisted her right ankle.
Stepped right.
Oh. She retaliated with a little elbow there.
It wasn't intentional. You stepped on her foot.
Little chippy in the post. And there's a 3 long right wing. No good rebound. Garcia falling out of bounds. She had to save it, and it gets stolen by PV. Spellhog in the front court. Good defense by Emily Webking. Spellhog corner for Artoffer, back to Carly Spellhog. She has 5. There's a shot by Spellhog. No good. Artoffer, the rebound. Rejected by Garcia. Again.
3 blocks in a row.
A block party by Alicia Garcia. Not once, not twice, but 3 times a block. Little Lionel Richie there for you,
there you
Joel.
go.
There's Long. 20 seconds to play in the first. Muskie's trail by 2. Garcia left wing. 10 seconds. Muskies need a good look here. Peterson back to Long to Webking. Feeds Peterson back to Long. Muskies need a shot. Garcia, 17-footer. No.
They got blocked.
Got blocked at the buzzer. We played a half. It's PV 17 and the Muskies 15. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. We'll be back with a Pete's Tap halftime show. You're listening to Muskie Girls Basketball on KWPC 860 AM and 95.1 FM.
How well do your children see? You know the difference between an eye screening and a complete eye exam by an optometrist may be the difference between a child prepared to learn and a child with a vision-related problem. The Vision Center optometrists examine children that are unable to read an eye chart. Remember, routine eye exams are most important, knowing that 1 out of 4 kids have a visual disorder. Come to the Vision Center PC, only the finest care.
Vision Center PC is a proud supporter of the Muskies. Home of the 40s, serving Muscatine, Wilton, West Liberty, Iowa City, and the Quad Cities area for years. Pete's Tap serves appetizers, wings, burgers, fish, and more. Their hours are 11 to 11 Monday through Thursday, 11 to 2 a.m. on Friday, 11 to 12 on Saturday, and noon to 10 on Sunday. Pete's Tap has over 30 different sauces for wings. Take advantage of their abundant sauces during Monday's 50-cent wings. Make Pete's Tap your home for wings, beer, and sports. Pete's Tap. So much more than a bar, come as you are. Pete's Tap proudly supports Muskie Athletics. Go Muskies!
Community Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of area high school athletics and activities. You can find Community Bank and Trust locations in Columbus Junction, Muscatine, Wilton, and Wapello. Here's to a great year in the classroom and on the field. Visit Community Bank and Trust online at www.commbk.net and download the free Community Bank and Trust mobile app available for iPhone and Android devices. At Community Bank and Trust, they put people first. Member FDIC.
Simple, or maybe something a little more complex, or maybe your just doesn't work. Whether it's a service call, remodel, or new construction, Kirk Butcher Plumbing brings you quality, friendly service with over 40 years of experience working for you. Kirk Butcher Plumbing is the area's leading plumber serving all of Muscatine County, offering you the best rates, so you not only get experience, you save money as well. And his fast, friendly service means you don't have to live with that for too long. Call Kirk Butcher today, 264-6105.
We are back at Muscatine High School. Brian Musell and Joel Krasauer here. Halftime, and it's Pleasant Valley 17 and the Muskies 15. The Muskies led from start to finish in quarter number 1. They had 3 3-point leads, 3 zip 5-2-8-5. Closed out the quarter with an 11-7 lead. PV, was a little better at grinding out the second quarter as PV outscored the Muskies in quarter number 2. 10-4, and they sit here with a 17-15 halftime lead. And we talked before the game, the Muskies only averaging 36 points a game. I thought they needed to get close to 50 to have a shot at this, and I still think they're going to need to score some in the second half because I think they're probably going to physically start wearing down a little bit with this style of play and PV's depth. But right now, at the half, 17-15, and the Muskies have played an outstanding half against a 13-0 Pleasant Valley squad. A great squad. Joel, though, I just love watching these two coaches, Jennifer Getz, Susan Orvis. We all know what we think of Coach Orvis, but these two are terrific coaches and always get the most out of their kids. It's a fun half of basketball.
Well, and I think that they enjoy coaching against one another, too, because there's some real challenges that go on to preparing for a team like Pleasant Valley who presses as much as they do, and likewise for Pleasant Valley to play a team that has a big like Alicia Garcia who can stretch on offense, shoot the three, but then as we saw at the end of the first half, is a really dynamic shot blocker on defense. And so if you can get the perimeter defense going for Muscatine, which is where they've really made hay tonight, is their ability to defend on the perimeter against Pleasant Valley. It's been an outstanding first half of really executing the game plan for what Coach Orvis is wanting to do. You know, they're forcing PV to play that tempo offensively and not get a bunch of points in transition by taking care of the ball on offense.
Fun night, folks. The band is here. You know, if you're in the neighborhood, you want to watch the second half of basketball, come on over. We'd love to have you in the gym supporting the Muskies and watching another outstanding team in Pleasant Valley tonight. The leading scorers for PV at the half, Macy Beinborn with 10 of the 17 points, and Zoe Long with 9 of the 15 Muskie points, all on three-pointers. And Zoe Long, be nice to get her some extra shots here in the second half. She's on fire. I really look for Garcia to get more aggressive with the ball from the high post in the second half also.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if there's an adjustment in the half-court offense from Pleasant Valley to maybe see if a box and one or something, see if they can try to keep Zoe from getting that clean three-point look. And that just means opportunities for other scorers if they try to take that away.
Should be fun, folks. You're listening to the Pete's Tap Halftime Show, and Joel and I are going to step away for 2 more minutes so you can hear from some of our fantastic sponsors. You're listening to Muskie Girls Basketball on KWPC 860 AM and 95.1 FM.
Hi, this is Maxine Mendoza from the all-new Burrito Factory on Park Avenue in Muscatine.
Come see how they press their tortillas fresh to order. Pick your ingredients and watch them prepare your creation right before your eyes. Try their new wet burrito today. They pack it with tasty chicken, pork, or steak with fresh salsa and guacamole, wrap it together, and smother it with warm queso. It's a Burrito Factory favorite, made right before your eyes. Their ingredients are made fresh each day for you.
Come see the new Burrito Factory on Park Avenue in Muscatine. Like us on Facebook.
Protect your home with Bosch Pest Control. Bed bugs, Asian beetles, spiders, fleas, crickets, termites, moles, and more. Bosch Pest Control uses cutting-edge technology to protect your home from these annoying pests. Bosch Pest Control is always training their technicians so they'll be able to provide you with the best service and protection. Bosch Pest Control, across from Harper's on Grandview Avenue, South Muscatine. Don't squash them, Bosch them.
Known for their honest and friendly service, Trucks Unlimited of Muscatine is a family-owned business where your vehicle is in reliable and capable hands. Truckers can have their trucks inspected to meet DOT requirements, and RVs can be serviced and camping supplies are also offered. Schedule an appointment to get your air conditioning checked for your truck, big rig, or motorhome. Come in and visit Bridget and Marty Mills, owners of Trucks Unlimited, located on the corner of Mittman and Highway 61.
Visit Harper's Cycling and Fitness, where you will discover the world's best bikes for road, mountain climbing, or city cycling. Stop in and ride away on a new Trek or electric bicycle, professionally assembled and adjusted for you riding around town or across the state. Harper's Cycling and Fitness has an agenda to make the world a happier, healthier place by getting more people on bikes more often. Harper's Cycling and Fitness in Muscatine is your bicycle headquarters. When you think bikes, think Harper's. Harper's Cycling and Fitness is a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics. Go Muskies!
Hard place to go, very difficult task, also just a very difficult task to be an accomplished student athlete and student. And a couple of Muscatine boys today being named to the Iowa Football Coaches Association all academic, all state team. Carson Orr, Tom Lobianco, Will Zillig, and Cooper Zeck all earning seats on the academic all conference team for the Muskies. And that's a big feat for those gentlemen, tremendous kids, tremendous athletes, leaders in the community, and students in the classroom.
Excellent. Good stuff there, folks. And next Friday, we'll be back. And I believe, Roger, did you get confirmation? Is that a doubleheader next week?
We have a doubleheader next week here?
Yeah, folks, next Friday when we give you the games, there's no games on Tuesday, but the boys and girls will play a double dip against North Scott here at home. The girls' game earlier this year, due to a floor condition here, got their home game got moved to North Scott, so they played a double dip up there on a Tuesday night. Now next Friday, it'll be a girl-boy doubleheader. The girls start at 6, and the boys right after at 7:30, and we'll have both games right here on KWPC, so you can check out those. Brian Linderman in studio, as always, doing a great job. We're going to leave it here as we've only got about 40 seconds before tip-off, not tip-off, second half action. And Pleasant Valley is just now coming out on the court. So, Joel, is this a X's and O's halftime or a get-to-know-you halftime?
I think it's a little bit of both. I really think that this is I think it's a get-to-know-you. The way that the frustration has been, I think that there was definitely that. There was some get-to-know-you going on, and we have to, I don't know, I was the coach that would get assigned that every once in a while in my time at Wilton. Lance Peterson would say, Coach, why don't you go in there and you let them have it a little bit, and I'll come in and I'll build up the pieces. So sometimes that's choreographed. I don't know how that goes on these staffs, but it's all designed. Everything is intentional, and you got to know your team. You got to know how far you can push, what you can do.
My old high school coach is going to the Hall of Fame this year, Dennis Garrity, and I can tell you there's a few blackboards that might have been touched. Is that a kind way to put it? At halftime?
Yes.
Not that we didn't deserve it, but it did happen. Muskie's now with the ball to start the second half, and there's a ball slapped out of bounds. Muskie ball. First few minutes, as always, of the third usually mean a whole lot.
And you're going to probably see some really aggressive overplaying of passing lanes, trying to get some steals for the Spartans.
PV really extending that
there
pressure, and there's a steal, and they turn it over right away, though. They get their steal, but they turn it over. Rogers in the front court. Macy picks up her dribble, gets it to Garcia at the elbow. Now to Long. Long out front for Macy Rogers. There's the double from behind. There's a ball slapped away. Spellhog tries to steal it. Rogers recovers. And now it's Webking left wing to Garcia. There's Rogers for three, top of the key. Banks it. No good rebound. Griffin, and a foul on Macy Rogers. Her second, and the first on the Muskies.
Good look for Rogers. That was not a bad look from the top of the key.
Spellhog brings it over half court for PV. 7:10 to play in the third, 17-15 Pleasant Valley. Right wing now for Beinborn, sorry about that. Over to Lefevre. There's Beinborn for three out of the corner. She knocks it down. She has 13, and PV up 20-15, their biggest lead of the night.
Yeah, she's been the real hot shooter for the Spartans so far tonight.
Now a 2-2-1 pressure, as that is a change from the 1-2-1-1. They're trying to take away that corner pass or the cross-court pass. They feed it to Garcia. Alicia goes to her left, kicks it to Webking, and not along. And there's a steal again out front by Lefevre. Bounce it to Spellhog. Down the floor, lays it up. No good. Gets her own rebound. Back up. No good. Rebound. Griffin. There's a three-ball Artoffer. No good. And a rebound. Garcia. Three good looks for PV, and the Muskies defense holds.
Yeah, good rebound there from Garcia.
Rogers out front. Bounces to Alicia. There's Webking for three out of the corner. No good rebound. PV, and they're going to push tempo here, as you can hear Coach Getz. In the front court, Spellhog. There's Lefevre, and a foul on Rogers.
Macy for pushing through the screen.
That's her third. And the second on the Muskies. For a minute, I thought they were calling travel.
Yeah.
Spellhog will inbounds. Out front for Beinborn. Dribbles to her right. And now there's a layup all the way to the rim. Uncontested is Artoffer. And it's 22-15, PV by 7 on a timeout. Susan Orvis and Muscatine. Full timeout. We're stepping away for 30 seconds. 22-15 Spartans. You're listening to Muskie Girls Basketball on KWPC, 860 AM and 95.1 FM.
Do you ride your Friday? Thursday is coming for you. You've been the best day of the week for far too long. But now every Thursday, Buffalo Wild Wings sells boneless wings at a discounted price. That's right, Friday. Thursday's looking real confident. And it's not afraid to use partial priced wings to be the big man on the calendar. Boneless Thursdays. We do it for you. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Prices and participation vary. See participating locations for details. Void where prohibited.
Back at Muscatine High School. 5:45 left in the third. Brian Musell, Joe Crossauer here, and it's 22-15. Muskies and little Chicago Bear news for all you Bear fans out there. Chuck Pagano is a new defensive coordinator of Chicago Bears. I'm sure that thrills a lot of you. And Joel mentioned he would love to have seen him be the Dolphins head coach, but Joel, I think being the defensive coordinator of Chicago is probably a step up from being a head coach at Miami.
Yeah, that's probably true. But we still beat the Bears this year as a Dolphins fan.
I know. I hear you.
Doc Hansen, also chiropractor in town, probably listening. Big Dolphins fan.
Yeah, he's a huge Dolphins fan. Muskie's inbounds against his 2-2-1 full court pressure. Zoe Long in a backcourt to Rogers. There's the double team right in front of us. Macy gets it over to Garcia. Now to Long into Muskie's break pressure. Webking goes baseline. Bounce it, and there's a steal.
Lefevre so active.
She is quick
on the defensive side.
And that's probably 4 or 5 turnovers early for the Muskies here in the third. There's Beinborn. Now she swings it over Spellhog. She's guarded by Moss. Now Beinborn steps into a 3 left wing. Splash. She's on fire with 16. And it's 25-15. Pleasant Valley.
You know, Muscatine has been sitting on 15 since about 2 minutes to go in the first half. They need to get a bucket.
Garcia out front. Drives down the lane, shot on the way and they call charge on Alicia Garcia.
And I'm not discounting that charge. That was an offensive foul, but there was a defensive foul right there at half court. Garcia stopped, and that's what's frustrating is when you don't call the foul and then you reward it on the other end. That gets really frustrating as a spectator and as a coach.
And I think Coach Orvis is saying the same thing, Joel. She didn't like that. There's Spellhog out front. Muskies now have matched up. As Moss is on Spellhog, they swing it down to Beinborn. She takes another 3, good. She's feeling it now, and it's 28-15.
Gives the little, she wears 23. She gave the little Michael Jordan. I don't know. It's just everything's going
it's
in
the
shake.
goat, the goat shrug. Michael Jordan, the greatest of all time. There's Garcia down the lane, shot on the way. Good, Alicia Garcia.
Big bucket there.
Her first basket of the night. She has 3, and we need more of that out of Alicia. Excellent player for the Muskies. Spellhog in the front court. Over to Johnson out front now for Lefevre. 28-17, PV by 11. Lefevre drives in. Kicks it to Artoffer. She drives the lane, lays it up and in. 30-17, 13 matches their biggest lead. 3:50 to play in the third. 2-2-1 pressure. PV with a couple of subs ready to check in. Kayla Schultz set to check in for the Muskies. There's Garcia at the high post. She drives in on Beinborn now. She loses it. There's a jump ball. And it's going to go to PV. Kirk Butcher Plumbing possession arrow.
Buffalo Wild Wings bringing you Muskie basketball along with Uptown Motors. I think the depth is starting to be a factor.
Addie Kirchhoff is checked into the game. There's good ball handling by Lefevre out front, now Beinborn. And they all handle the ball well, Joel. Johnson in the post. There's a Beinborn for 3. And that one's no good. Rebound underneath by Lefevre. Her quickness got it, lays it in, 32-17. PV on a 15-0 run to open the third. They spent the entire halftime in the locker room, came out right at the gun, and they were ready to play. Long out front. To Webking. Back to Zoe Long. Moss swings at Peterson for a long 3. No good. Rebound, Kayla Schultz. Actually, it's 15-2 run. Sorry, the Muskies do have a bucket. Garcia got a basket. 2:43, and it's PV in the front court. Lefevre now. Works on a Johnson screen. She goes all the way to the rim, lays it up and in. Good player. Mallory Lefevre.
It's just a communication breakdown there on the defensive end for the Muskies.
Just 4 points, but she's been all over the court. 34-17, Webking to Long, and the Muskies break pressure ahead to Riley Moss. Moss over to Zoe Long. Over to Webking. She'll take a 3 left wing. Good, Emily Webking. Another First National Bank three-pointer. Go see Wayne Johansson. Go see Sandy Bean. She's Scott Ingstad's right-hand person, First National Bank. There's Denny in the front court. Over for Lefevre. Lefevre drives into the paint, kicks in the corner for Kirchhoff. She feeds into Johnson. Feinborn and Lefevre, the only starters out there for PV, and now there's a jump ball. And this one will go to the Muskies. The Kirk Butcher Plumbing possession arrow. PV with 4 more new bodies.
Penalty killer line comes in.
Yes. Got to keep track of that. Got to have my roster handy. So they've got Spellhog, Artoffer, Johnson, Weiss, and Hillman on the floor. The Muskies with Schultz, Garcia, Rogers, Long, and Moss. Muskies have played 7. PV's played 10. Garcia in the front court. Back out front for Rogers. Again, the Muskies playing without Kendra Eller tonight.
Yeah.
There's a ball, and there's a foul. It's going to go on Weiss, and that'll be her first on PV.
It's remarkable that that's the first foul that's called. And not because they have, I mean, that was one of the more tame contacts we've seen in this second half.
Rogers out front for the Muskies.
Vision
over to
Center
Long.
Questionable call of the game.
There you go, Joel.
Long.
Garcia with a turnaround. No good rebound. Johnson. Down the floor comes PV. In the corner. There's a 3 by Hillman, and it's good. Julia Hillman, as PV's got it all going now. 36-20. 57 seconds to play in the third, and we got a foul that time on Artoffer, and that'll be her second. Actually, this one's going to go on. It's on 32. It's going to go on Johnson, her first. And a second on PV. Muskies with the side out. Rogers out front. Need a bucket here. Basie at the high post gives it to Garcia. Now wing for Webking. And there's a steal. Ball deflected off of Garcia, and here come the Spartans. 40 seconds to play in the third. Spellhog crosses over Webking. Good defense by Emily. Out front now, Artoffer swings at the corner for Hillman. Hillman puts it on the deck. Now back out front. There's Johnson in the corner. She goes baseline. Back to Artoffer. To Spellhog. Over to Hillman for 3. Right wing. Long. No good. Rebound in the corner. Out of bounds. It's going to be Muskie ball. Good hustle there by Riley Weissel for the Spartans.
Yeah, and really a pretty good defensive possession for the Muskies there.
Rogers has it. Muskie's got to go. Clock at 12 in the third. Webking has it. Back to Zoe Long. Back to Webking. Clock at 6. Emily breaks pressure. Down the floor. Bounces Schultz. Baseline shot. Good. Kayla Schultz. And we've played 3. It's Pleasant Valley 36. And the Muskies 22. We're stepping away for 60. The list of Muskie girls basketball on KWPC. 860 AM and 95.1 FM.
National Bank is proud to sponsor the On the Money program at Muscatine High School. When the volleyball, swim, basketball, and baseball teams score big, they earn money for the Muskie Boosters. Since 1997, their hard work has earned over $55,000 in donations from First National Bank. We are also proud to sponsor the Muskie Football Red Zone. Can't make it to the game? Don't miss a minute of the excitement. Tune into AM 860 or FM 95.1 to hear the games broadcast live. Go Muskies. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bank and Trust is pleased to be a voice of Muscatine Sports Booster and proud to be the corporate sponsor of the Muskie Media program. Since 1995, it has resulted in donations totaling over $100,000 from the bank to the school. The money is used to pay for special non-budgeted needs. Watch the total grow on the CBI's Facebook page. And go Muskies. Aim high, bank strong. CBI Bank and Trust. Equal Opportunity Lender, member FDIC.
Hello, this is Jimmy Greenhoff from Toyota Muscatine, and I would love the chance to earn your business.
We have a great selection of new and used cars. Now is the time.
If you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, please come down, give us a shot. We'll help you out in any way we can.
Hi, my name is TJ Deere. I'm the
matching their biggest lead again at 17.
I haven't seen City High play. I know Muscatine played them earlier, but I find it hard to believe that Pleasant Valley has any difficulty competing with any of the teams that are ranked 8 positions ahead of them in the top 10. I don't know how this team is the 9th ranked team in the state of Iowa.
It's hard to believe. They're outstanding, undefeated on the year.
Most wins in any school.
There's a
right
steal by Zoe Long. Down the floor, Long lays it up. No, but she's fouled, and Zoe will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Long, 9 points in the first half, all on threes. Will go to the stripe to shoot 2, 79% in a year.
CBI Bank and Trust bringing you Muskie Athletics.
Free throw good by Zoe, and she's in double figures now with 10.
Affordable metal manufacturing by Factory Direct with a personal touch. Proud supporters of Muskie Athletics.
Second free throw by Long is good. Zoe makes a pair. She has 11, and it's 39-24 Spartans. Artoffer in the front court. Now to Beinborn. She leads Pleasant Valley with 19. There's another 3, Lefevre. No good this time. Lefevre with 7 points here in the second half. There's Webking to Moss. Back to Webking. Tries to feed Schultz, and just back to Emily, and it's stolen, but it's out of bounds. It'll be Muskie ball. 7:01 to play, 39-24 Spartans. Webking. Good defense by Spellhog. Now they get it to high post to Garcia. Back to Garcia. She swings it to Long. Deep 3. Good! Zoe Long. Another First National Bank three-pointer. Go see Ron Monahan, Teresa Shopper, and Steve Ellsworth for all your commercial needs. In the front court now, Lefevre, cross-court Beinborn for 3, no, short. She runs down her own rebound, and that's the fatigue factor, Joe.
Yep.
Beinborn now on the right wing, over to Artoffer. She drives down the paint, kicks it for Griffin for a shot. No good, rebound tap by Spellhog and cleared by Moss for the Muskies. Webking in the front court. Muskies trail by 12, 39-27. Moss, cross court for Long, now to Schultz, back to Zoe. Zoe with 14. Had a fine game for the Muskies. There's Webking. Peavy with that extended pressure. There's Garcia in the paint, back to Webking. Shot on the way, no. And the rebound cleared by Artoffer. Spellhog now in the front court for PV.
Right now, PV just limiting Muscatine to 1 shot per possession.
Lefevre left wing, crosses over Moss now. Over for Spellhog, top of the key, turnaround by Griffin, good. Her first basket, and it's 41-27 Spartans.
Just everybody on the Pleasant Valley roster is confident in taking the shots that they have when they're open.
Webking in the right wing. To Long. Long swings it to Moss. Back to Zoe. Now they get it to Garcia. Garcia loses it, gets her shot up and in, and she's fouled. Garcia go to the line. 79% on the year. She's 1 for 2 tonight. She has 5 on the night. And the foul's on Beinborn, her second.
Ruvo Incorporated bringing you Muskie basketball along with Quality Transport.
Shot is good. 6 points for Garcia as she completes the old-fashioned three-point play. Beinborn has it. Muskies have cut this 17-point lead down to 11 with 4:50 to play. There's Beinborn, 3 out of the left corner. No good, long rebound. Lefevre. Lefevre drives a paint, kicks it over for Griffin. She steps into a 15-footer, air ball, and a rebound Rogers. Here come the Muskies, chance to get it inside of 10. Macy Rogers to Zoe Long, back to Rogers, to Garcia at the high post, now to Moss. Back out front for Macy, they feed it to Garcia. Alicia corner for Long, 3 right wing, good! Zoe Long for 3. And a timeout Muscatine. 41-33, full timeout. We're stepping away for 30. You're listening to Muskie Girls Basketball on KWPC, 860 AM and 95.1 FM.
Hello, this is Jimmy Greenhoff from Toyota Muscatine, and I would love the chance to earn your business.
We have a great selection of new and used cars. Now is the time.
If you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, please come down, give us a shot. We'll help you out in any way we can.
Hi, my name is TJ Deere. I'm the general manager here at Toyota Muscatine. Our information is free, so give us an opportunity to earn your business.
Home is your most valuable asset. Protect it with a metal roof from Affordable Metal Manufacturing.
After a hailstorm, we had damage to our roof. We got a new steel roof from Affordable Metal. The service was excellent. The contractor put it on really fast, and my wife and I love that our new steel roof has added value to our home.
Call Affordable Metal Manufacturing in Muscatine at 563-264-8212 and ask about their standing seam roofing sale.
At the bank.
Yeah.
And now in the front court, Lefevre.
And the Booster Club's benefiting.
That's right. Feinborn bounces it back to Artoffer. She goes baseline on Schultz. Back over to Spellhog. Spellhog in the left wing. She swings it to Johnson. Johnson drives in the lane. Shot on the way. No, and a foul. And I believe it's on Garcia.
Trying to confirm the number.
Right. That's exactly right. I thought it was Alicia.
Yeah.
Yep. Fouls on Alicia Garcia. Her second and the fifth on the Muskies. 41-33, 3:48 to play PV, and Johnson will go to the line to shoot 2. 75% of the year, and this one rattles out. PV with 4 timeouts left. The Muskies with 2. Possession arrow to the Muskies.
Muscatine Community College bringing you athletics this season.
Johnson makes the second. 42-33 PV. Muskies have been in this one. Really PV had a huge third quarter, but Muscatine's never given up. They've fought hard here.
Yeah, and really are a couple big buckets away from being right back in this game.
Absolutely. Only down 9. Plenty of time. There's Garcia middle of the floor to Long to Rogers, and the Muskies break pressure. Macy Rogers left wing, back out front for Zoe.
And you don't need a 3. Like, you don't have to just start chucking from behind the line.
Garcia, there's Rogers on the right wing. She drives into the paint, kicks it back to Long, and it's stolen away by Lefevre. And Moss fouls. That's actually a good foul by Riley Moss.
Yeah, played the ball, had the chance to. It does put him into the bonus, however, but it keeps that fast break points away.
Riley Moss with only her first foul. And Webking checks in for Rogers.
Okay, so that is the 6th foul. All right, I was one early.
Pass in. Beerborn has it out front. Feinborn, sorry. Keep calling her Beerborn. I don't know, Joel, maybe I'm ready for a beer.
Buffalo Wild Wings proud supporters of Muscatine
Exactly.
And Pete's Tap.
Pete's Tap.
It is Friday.
There's Spellhog, yes. Spellhog out front. And I know it's Feinborn. She has 19. Spellhog with a drive and a basket, and she's fouled by Riley Moss. That'll be Moss's second. And Carly Spellhog go to the line to complete the 3-point play. Spellhog was 7. 17 points is her average. Muskie's done a pretty good job on her.
They really kept her under wraps, much like a burrito from the Burrito Factory. proud supporters of Muskie Athletics. And West Side Store and Godfather's Pizza.
Rogers checks in for Moss. 44-33, 3 minutes left. Spellhug's free throw no good, and a rebound Garcia. To Webking, Emily down the front court, over for Rogers. Rogers back to Webking. Out of Macy, they feed it to Garcia high post. Now Rogers to Long. And there's 3 seconds in the lane on the Muskies.
It's been a call that's been in the making.
And I tell you what, Coach Getz has been reminding the refs several times because we're sitting here courtside, and I think she helped get them to look for that because, you know, that's not emphasized like it used to be.
Not in the Bill Albright days.
And there's nice pass inside for Johnson. Up and under move. Good move by Johnson. Lays it in, and it's 46-33. And there's a pass, and it's off the fingertips of Webking out of bounds. Turnover Muskies. PV ball with 2:19 left. 46-33 Spartans.
You take a player like Carly Spellog, who is averaging 19 or 16 points per game, not having her day scoring, but has been a real factor on the defensive end, creating that turnover there.
Spellhog works on a Griffin screen. She steps into a three, top of the key, short, out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Muskies.
Oh, they get overruled
I
here.
think it was off Zoe Long.
Yeah, I do too. Yep, and that's good officiating. The one guy who was closest called it how he thought, and the other official came right in and said he had a different point of view. That's exactly how it should work.
PV with the ball underneath. Spellhog inbounds. She gets it out front for Griffin. PV with her starting 5 now. Spellhog left wing. Just remember, they beat the Muskies 50-19 earlier this year. Spellhog with a drive and a finish and a foul. She'll go to the line again.
She's like a Mariano Rivera. She just can close things out. She just, at this time of the game, she's looking more for her shot. She's trying to get to the rim and creating turnovers on defense.
Fouls on Kayla Schultz. And the free throw, Spellhog makes this one, and she's now in double figures at 10. Beinborn with 19 leads the Spartans 49-33. And there's a ball out of bounds. It'll be Muskie ball. 16-point lead. They led by 17 one time. That was their biggest lead, actually 2 times for their biggest lead. There's Webking in the backcourt, and there's a ball tipped out of bounds. It'll be Muskie ball as Artoffer got her hands on that one.
And some subs coming in.
Moss checks in for Webking with 1:53 to play.
That's a hold.
Macy Rogers.
Spellog's holding long.
There's Moss in the front court. Back to Zoe Long. PV with only 14 fouls, Joel. I hear you loud and clear. There's Rogers. A lot of that goes to that 13-0 record. Even though they shouldn't.
You push the limit.
That's right. There's a pass inside to Schultz. Nice high post feed from Garcia for the basket for Schultz. 49-35, PV by 14. Spellhog bounces it over for Artoffer. Out of Beinborn. Moss gets the foul, and she retaliated. Beinborn retaliated.
Yeah, so they're going to call a T.
Yeah. And that's the second time she's retaliated like that.
That's the second or third elbow we've seen.
Yeah.
So did they call a foul in the first?
I think they called a
jump ball.
It's a technical. They called the technical on Beinborn, which was a good call. She did it earlier in the game when she rolled her ankle.
Yeah.
You recall, she kind of took a shot back at another Muskie player. It was Kayla Schultz at that time. She threw an elbow at her. And
So she has to. Does she have to come out of the game?
No,
in that
only if the
situation?
coach chooses to. But
So
it counts as a personal foul.
But
also,
there's got to be some free throws if it's a technical foul.
Right.
So we had 2 shots. Okay, but they did call a foul against Muscatine, so she'll get her free throws.
She's shooting, yeah.
And then they'll come down here, and then Muscatine will.
So Beinborn with a 1-on-1 makes her first. She has 20, and she's had an outstanding game tonight. And now she'll get one more, and the free throw is no good. Misses the second. So she makes 1 of 2, and she's at 20 for the night, and now she will come out. Or no, she won't. And the Muskies will get 2 free throws. Zoe Long will go the other way and shoot the Muskie T free throw.
And then the Muskies will get the ball.
Long with 18, and that strokes pure. She'll get one more for the technical. She has 18 now. 5 threes and 3 free throws. Make it 4 free throws. Zoe with 19, and it's 50-37. And Muskie basketball now. Timeout Muscatine. 1:09 to play, 50-37. It's a 30-second timeout. We're going to leave her right here, Joel.
Yeah, and you when you get in a technical foul situation, I mean, does that? I know what I was like as an athlete. Like that gets me going. I try to. That gets me a little extra juice if I'm Muscatine, if someone takes a shot at me or a teammate or something like that. I mean, we're interested to see how that emotion kind of converts here.
Yeah.
For the Muskies, if that lights a fire a little bit. They've played an outstanding game. I'm not saying they've lacked fire or intensity, but you're playing a team like this who will push the envelope of, like I said, hand check you to death, and you got to figure out you're either going to take it or you say enough's enough.
Yeah. Muskie boys lost at Pleasant Valley 50-31. They led 16-12 after 1, so PV put the clamps on after that. Macy Rogers now to Webking. Muskie's got to go here. Schultz, baseline shot, rattles out, no good, and a rebound. Griffin. Here comes PV. Over to Spellhog. Muskie's trying to trap in the backcourt. Now Griffin. Muskies are trying to trap, and there's a foul, and it's going to go on Kayla Schultz, I believe. Actually, it's Zoe Long. That'll be the first on Zoe.
And Griffin, who's going to go to the line, is a 35% free throw shooter. So that was, you heard Coach Orver say, that's the one, that's the one.
That's the one. 10th foul. Should get 2 free throws here. And the first one is no good. Griffin with 2 points on the night. Maddie Peterson checks in for Kayla Schultz. Muskie student section sounds like a wounded whale over there on the free throw attempt. There's Lefevre out front. There's a foul.
That was the name of my band in college.
That would be a great.
Wounded Whale.
Were you like the grunge band, or
no? We were a steel drum group.
4th foul on Macy Rogers. First free throw is no good by Lefevre. Lefevre done a lot of little things. She has 7 points tonight. Really scrappy on defense. Good player. Second free throw, good. She has 8, and it's 51-37 PV. Stay tuned after the game. We'll have our CBI Bank and Trust Player of the Game on the Non-Emergency Transport postgame show. And we'll name our Buffalo Wild Wings Defensive Player of the Game. Zoe Long with a runner, good. Zoe Long have a night. That's 22. Inadvertent whistle, I take it.
Yeah, I think they were expecting a timeout, and it was not called.
And there's a foul on Rogers, and that'll be 5 for Macy. I think Macy really was tough, especially in the first half there. I think she got the Muskies off to a good start defensively with her physical play. Macy fouls out. Riley Moss checks back in.
There's a lot of positive film for the Muskies to teach off of and go from. And I'm not saying like stuff to really learn from. They did a lot of things well against a very good Pleasant Valley team.
I agree. That's 21 for Long for the lead the Muskies. 52-39. Joel, this team's improved leaps and bounds since we first saw them this year.
And it's what you expect from a Susan Orvis team. It's just they never give up, and they always have a plan.
Garcia feeds it to Peterson. Peterson back to Alicia. Clock under 10. It's stolen away. And PV will dribble the clock out here. Stay tuned for the non-emergency transport postgame show. Final score from Muscatine, 52-39, Pleasant Valley. We're stepping away for 2 minutes, and we'll be back with our postgame coverage. You're listening to Muskie Girls Basketball on KWPC, 860 AM and 95.1 FM.
Need something fast? Come to Westside Store and grab a hot, fresh Godfather's Pizza. They're made with the freshest ingredients, 100% real meats, cheeses, and fresh vegetables. The Muskies and Godfather's Pizza, a winning combination. Call 263-7214 now to order yours tonight, or stop by the Westside Store on the corner of Cedar and Hauser.
Hi, this is Brian Musell, voice of the Muscatine Muskies. Before each broadcast, I get a hot, fresh Godfather's Pizza from Westside Store, proud supporter of Muscatine Muskie Athletics.
My hair gets too long, I lose my edge. But when my cut's right, I'm right. I'm back to being me. My dimples activate. My cleft chin becomes cleftier. I get a twinkle on my tooth, and I speak fluent French. Garbage, chaise lounge, mayonnaise.
Au revoir! Get in, get out, back to greatness. Download the online check-in app. Great clips. It's gonna be great.
Classes start soon. Learn more at eicc.edu.
From a clogged toilet to a complete sewer line replacement, Rivo is a modern plumbing company designed to respond quickly to all shapes and sizes of plumbing needs. Bringing in our heavy equipment to replace cracked gas lines, or designing clever piping systems for new construction plumbing, a family-owned company that's reliably honest and remarkably affordable. Right here in Muscatine, all day long, every day of the week. Rivo Incorporated, skill, knowledge, and tools to solve the messiest problems.
We are back at Muscatine High School, and this game's in the books. And thanks for listening to our broadcast. And this is the non-emergency transport postgame show. Muskies got off to a great start tonight. Came out with a lot of energy and led by 3 at 3 different occasions and closed out the first quarter with an 11-7 lead. PV and Muscatine traded blows in the second quarter. Not a lot going on, but PV got their first lead at 14-12, actually 12-11. And then led at the half 17-15. Long halftime speech by Coach Getz as PV ran out right before the opening of the second half. No warm-ups needed. And they blitzed the Muskies and went on a 17-2 run and stretched out their lead to 17 at one time and led the Muskies 36-22 after 3. They stretched their lead to 17 on 2 other occasions in the fourth quarter and held on to win with a game effort by the Muskies, 52-39, as the Muskies never packed it in. They continued to fight hard and play hard. PV was led in scoring tonight by their fine senior Macy Beinborn with 20 points, and Carly Spellhog, who averages 17 a game, was held to 10, but she had a lot of critical baskets down the stretch to seal this one, taking it hard to the basket. The Muskies were led by their fine sophomores. Zoe Long had a big night, maybe her career high, I haven't checked. 21 points on the night for Zoe Long on 5 3-pointers, a basket, and 4 free throws. Alicia Garcia, the Muskies' leading scorer, was held to 6, and Emily Webking also chipped in 6. And Joel, we said in the beginning it'd be a tall order. They lost to PV 50-19, first time they met at PV, but this Muscatine team has come a long way.
Absolutely.
Against PV tonight, a great team in PV who is now 14-0. Muskies really played well.
Yeah, that 52-39 victory, it is an improvement over that first meeting, which I believe was the 3rd or 4th game of the season. So not the same team for Muscatine that you saw earlier in the season, and just an outstanding game. plan from the Spartans, but also a good job from Muscatine getting better. I think that this is a sort of game that even though it's a loss in the win record columns, it is a victory, not in a moral sense, but in that you have some things that you can build off of. Some other players, they found a way to get your best shooter some open shots against one of the top defensive teams in the state of Iowa, and for that reason, Zoe Long is going to be our offensive player of the game. And speaking defensively, Alicia Garcia, leading scorer, not getting her points tonight, but a real force in the paint. I had her for 6 block shots, including 3 on 1 possession.
Yes.
So just an outstanding defensive effort from the future Panther and sophomore Muskie, Alicia Garcia.
Muskie's played hard all the way through. The boys lost their game 50-32 at PV tonight, but the girls tonight put up a game fight. They fall to 4-10 on the season, 4-7 in the MAC, and you've got PV now 14-0 on the year, 11-0 in the MAC conference. Outstanding team. They're going to be tough to beat all the way through. And you'll next hear us next Friday night, and we're going to have a girl and a boys game together, North Scott. So our coverage will start at 6 o'clock on the air for the girls game. We'll have a double dip here from Muscatine High School. No game on Tuesday. So, folks, get on out here. Support these guys. You haven't been to a game all year. You get a chance next Friday to watch the boys and girls on the same night. So get out and support your local teams. They're trying hard. They're working hard. And next Friday night, you never know, they're going to play 2 outstanding teams. They could come up with an upset.
It's always worth the price of admission when Seamus Buddy is in the house, because that things get crazy when Buddy is here. It did when he was a player at Bettendorf and now as a coach at North Scott. We've got some future Muskies shooting hoops here, including young Luke Wieskamp, the youngest of the Wieskamp brood. And you can catch Joe Wieskamp here on the air tomorrow. Iowa Hawkeye basketball against Ohio State at Carver Hawkeye Arena. We are your local home for Hawkeye basketball. Every Hawkeye game on KWPC AM 860 and 95.1 FM. Tune in at 1 p.m. as the Hawkeyes are favorites against the Buckeyes tomorrow, coming off a huge win over Northwestern. I listened to the game while in a hotel room in St. Louis here on the KWPC mobile app. So you're home for Hawkeye basketball as well as Muskie Sports.
Hopefully the Hawks can pull it out. I want to thank Alex, who's running this camera. He should give himself a selfie look there. Jordan, who's always here doing a great job. Brian Linderman in studio. My partner, Joe Crossauer, who's back tonight for the Friday night coverage. I'm Brian Musell signing off for Muscatine High School. The final score, Pleasant Valley 52 and the Muskie Girls 39. Thanks for listening. You've been listening to Muskie Girls basketball on KWPC 860 AM and 95.1 FM.